Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys. The latest Dallas Cowboys news reveals that Swiss Army knife playmaker Kante Turpin is dealing with a shoulder injury. Turpin has been sidelined in practices, putting his status against the Giants in doubt for Week 10. Dallas Cowboys.com's Patrick Walker reports that Turpin's availability against New York is TBD. Kante Turpin is not practicing as he deals with shoulder, rib issue, ESPN's Todd Archer tweeted on November 9, 2023. Deuce Vaughn worked as punt returner. Vaughn, Rico Dowdle and Wanya Thomas worked as kick returners. The news could be a blow to the Dallas offense as Turpin has become more involved in recent weeks. Turpin has scored a touchdown in 2 of the last 3 games. Cowboys news. Rookie Deuce Vaughn could take over return duties if Kante Turpin is sidelined. The most obvious impact is in the return game where Turpin is the team's primary specialist. Turpin is coming off a Pro Bowl campaign for his stellar work as a returner. If Turpin is forced to miss time, it would likely open up an opportunity for rookie Deuce Vaughn. The running back has been a healthy scratch in recent weeks and not played since the Cowboys lost to the 49ers on October 8. The Dallas Cowboys could be forced to replace a key defensive starter this offseason. As mentioned by Bleacher Report's NFL staff, the Cowboys could be looking for starting strong safety Jayron Kearse's replacement this offseason. The potential replacement mentioned is none other than University of Minnesota prospect Tyler Nubin. The 6'2", 210-pound senior is considered the highest-rated player at the position on BR's big board. Starting strong safety Jayron Kearse isn't playing well this season and is an impending free agent. So, the Cowboys will likely be looking for Kearse's replacement this offseason, and Nubin is currently the highest-rated player at the position on BR's big board. Our NFL draft scout Corey Giddings describes Nubin as a big, physical safety who works well closer to the line of scrimmage. Nubin is a big, physical safety who has shown the ability to play at multiple levels but does his best work closer to the line of scrimmage, BR's NFL draft scout Corey Giddings said. He's a strong player who makes quick run reads, isn't afraid to throw his body around or deliver big hits, and does a good job taking on blocks and securing tackles. Where Tyler Nubin is projected to be drafted. Mock drafts have Nubin going anywhere from the middle of the first round through the second round. CBS Sports' Chris Trapasso projects Nubin to be selected with the 18th overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. Meanwhile, NFL Draft Buzz projects Nubin could be selected in the second round. With the Cowboys currently holding a 5-3 record and most likely ending the season as a playoff team, they're projected to pick at number 21 by Trapasso. In NFL Draft Buzz's scouting report of Nubin, they marvel over his physicality. Can get up under a receiver's chin and has the speed to flip his hips and run downfield. Nubin has the quick and surprisingly powerful hands to jostle receivers early. But he's at his best peeking into the backfield. Straight line speed to take a pick to the house. Can punish receivers with closing speed and desire to hit at max impact. Cowboys WR in danger of getting benched after recent move. Give him a chance. The Dallas Cowboys and head coach Mike McCarthy have added Martavis Bryant to the roster, but that could spell bad news for a starting WR. Bryant signed with the team's practice squad ahead of the Week 10 matchup against the New York Giants. Bryant hasn't played a regular season snap in the NFL since 2018, so there's certainly no guarantee that he'll be starter. But the latest report from Bleacher Report's Jordan Schultz seems to leave Michael Gallup as the odd man out. The Cowboys have been in the market for another receiver to complement CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. While Dallas still believes in the in-house options they have, Martavis Bryant was an intriguing choice that recently became available after reinstatement, Schultz wrote on X on November 7. The staff came away so impressed with his workout, to the point they've decided to give him a chance to play a role. Bryant was set to fly to Tennessee for a workout with the Titans, had Dallas not signed him today. They didn't let him leave. Schultz mentions a receiver to complement Lamb and Cooks, which implies that Gallup isn't that guy. Signing a new option already sends a message to Gallup, Cooks and the rest of the WR group, but Schultz's latest update makes it seem like Gallup could be in jeopardy of losing his role. Michael Gallup versus Brandon Cooks. It's hard to predict what or how Bryant would do on the field due to time away from the NFL, but we can analyze Cooks and Gallup. Head coach Mike McCarthy needed another receiver this past offseason and got in Cooks. But it hasn't panned out like the Cowboys hoped. Pro Football Reference shows that Gallup has caught 22 passes for 243 yards, while Cooks has grabbed 17 receptions for 165 receiving yards. Considering that QB Dak Prescott has had a fairly strong start to the season, those numbers are almost confusing. But the reality is that Dallas has to strongly depend on Lamb and RB Tony Pollard for their offensive success. Cooks and Gallup just aren't dynamic. In 6 of 8 games, Gallup's longest catch in the contest has been less than 15 yards. Cook's longest catch on the season is 25 yards, and he has not crossed that 15-yard mark in 4 of his 7 games. Bryant isn't a spring chicken and has never been touted for his speed, but he is 6 feet 4 inches. If the Cowboys aren't going to have great speed behind Lamb, Bryant's height could be a major weapon. Key Cowboys starter predicted to likely bolt Dallas, set to leave. The latest Dallas Cowboys rumors offer speculation that starting safety Jayron Kearse may leave in free agency. Bleacher Report's Alex Ballantini breaks down some of the Cowboys' most regrettable decisions at the trade deadline. The analyst believes the front office should have dealt Kearse since the safety is set to leave Dallas. Dallas opted not to make a move at the deadline despite other NFC contenders like the Eagles, 49ers and Seahawks making significant trades. Ballantini argues that Kearse is a strong candidate to leave the Cowboys following the season. But his time with the Cowboys could be coming to a close, Ballantini details in his November 8, 2023 column, decisions the Cowboys should regret 1 week after trade deadline. He's set to be a free agent in 2024 and Dan Quinn has developed several other safeties who are capable of absorbing the snaps that would be vacated by Kearse's departure. Earlier in the season, Kearse was on the field for every defensive snap. Since the bye week, he's seen a reduction in those snaps. Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker are playing more than Kearse with Wanya Thomas waiting in the wings, Ballantini continues. Kearse is a good player, but the Cowboys had an opportunity to trade from a position of strength to either address a need or get more draft picks. With Kearse set to leave in free agency, it might have been wise to see what they could get for him. Dallas Cowboys safety Jayron Kearse is earning the lowest PFF grade of his career. Kearse is in the final season of a 2-year, $10 million contract. The safety has a $4 million salary and $6.1 million cap hit for 2023. The counter to Ballantini's argument is Kearse is unlikely to have had a great deal of trade value. The defender has just months remaining on his deal, and has had his worst season of his career, per Pro Football Focus. Kearse grades at a 51.9, out of 100, through the first 9 weeks of the season. This is down considerably from the 70.2 grade Kearse earned in 2022. If the Cowboys view things similarly as PFF, there might be plenty of reasons to allow Kearse to walk. Kearse has 37 tackles, 3 pass deflections, 1 interception and a sack in 8 appearances this season. Given the decline in production, Dallas could also look to re-sign Kearse at a reduced rate.